What are your thoughts on having to go against a guy like that, and how much, is it just a matter of relying on your line, or are you paying attention to where he is on the field? What do you do with a guy like that?
I mean, just gotta. Honestly, it's just technique for the O line. It's mainly on them because after we did secondary and worry about a whole lot of things, so a lot of it falls on Nick and just making the right calls for the O line and just the right slides for protection.
With Joe, we see him a little bit in practice, but we, sometimes you see the film of him, kind of, he'll slap a guy, he'll get in a guy's face if they're messing up. Just how helpful is that to have like a player coach like him? Obviously you want more than one, but his leadership on the field.
Yeah, it's good to have that. I don't have eyes in the back of my head, so it's just good to have Joe on the field and off the field. Just not so much being a drill sergeant, but just holding guys accountable. That's huge for us as an offense.
Obviously, the refs are going to call any penalties that they see. But as a quarterback, like what's kind of within the boundaries, as far as like, is it like a split second afterwards and somebody touches you, or anything? Like, is there kind of like a line there, like where someone can hit you afterwards and you're like, all right, that's fine.
I don't really get that call very often, so I don't really know what they're basing it off of. So
okay.
I don't know. So I'm not a ref, so I get hit a lot late, so I don't really know what it is. So.
I know that Matt just asked you about Joe. I was going to ask you about Mark. Watching the progression he's made this year, where do you think is the biggest area of growth you've seen in his game?
Mark?
Yeah.
I'd say just vision-wise, just being able to read blocks and just read his keys and just know when to make cuts and when to hit the hole or when to bounce it outside. Just his vision's gotten a lot better since game one.
Just having that tandem, and then obviously Chalk, and you think about just the future that they're building on towards even next season. How scary could this running game be next year?
Yeah, I don't want to get too into next year just because just got to finish strong for the seniors. But yeah, some good running backs right now, and then Gus is technically in our grade now. I think because he's getting his red shirt. Yeah, so he's in our grade too. So just having that many running backs, it's really good, just for the future, and for right now too. But for the future, yeah, just got to keep developing those guys, and I think they'll all be pretty special.
Brad, as the franchise quarterback here, you're in a position probably others cannot in terms of if you went to the athletic director and asked for an update on the coaching search, you'd probably get it. Have you been inclined to do that, or are you completely staying out of that and not showing any interest?
No, I'm just focused on this season. I'm not really worried about the future right now. I'm just trying to finish strong right now. That's all I really care about. I'll worry about all that stuff way after the season's over. But right now, we got to beat Pitt and got to win the bowl game. So that's not really my concern. That's Blake James's concern. So.
And one last thing on that topic: have you given any thought to whether you might ask? Obviously, there'll be a new coach in place in a month or so. About asking the coach to retain certain offensive assistants. Is that something you think a player should do, or is that not a player's role to get involved in that?
I just show up and play. I just play football, man. That's all up to them. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Thanks.
Any particular? You guys could go to New York. You could go to Annapolis, El Paso, Jacksonville, like any particular destination pops out to you?
Yeah, I'd hope New York. New York sounds awesome. That'd be great to play in New York and be in New York for Christmas time. That'd be awesome. I'm sure other guys on the team want that as well. So, but right now, just got to do our business on the field, of course. But New York would be a dream for us. So.
I think Mark Walton was talking about playing in 2-degree weather. Was it Mark that he didn't love that idea?
It seems like just about everywhere is going to be that way. So,
so you might as well go somewhere fun anyway, right?
Yeah, New York would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. Guys would love it. Guys would be enthusiastic about it. So it'd be awesome.
This is completely off topic and random, but Thanksgiving, what is served at the Kaaya house?
I don't know. I haven't been there in a while, so I've been here. The usual turkey and usual stuff. Mom makes cheesecake a lot, so that's pretty much it. But I haven't been home for Thanksgiving in a while, so.
I say your mom is very public about her nutrition You know?
Yeah.
And so
I
I
mean,
was
now
wondering
it's
if it's
yeah. I
different.
mean, now I'm sure it's switched up a lot, but I haven't really been home since then, so I wouldn't really know. So
What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
thankful for my teammates and my coaches. So it's been an up and down year, but through it all, I think we've gone even closer and we've stayed close, and no one's really veered off. So I mean, it's all about them.
Can you, once this game is over and you guys have, obviously your academics to take care of, but then you got some time, you'll have practices and whatnot, but do you feel like you'll meet with players, to kind of just refocus everybody? You'll have that kind of time to yourself. Is that something that you could see yourself doing?
I mean, we'll see when the season ends. I think a lot of the guys coming back don't really need to be refocused. I mean, a lot of them are already, really about their business. So I don't think that's really necessary because it's a lot of good guys coming back. A lot of, guys who are here for the right reasons coming back. So I don't think we have to really get any guys back on on the same page. No matter what happens, whichever coach comes in is going to inherit a lot of really good players and guys who are going to buy into his system. So that's just how it is. Some good guys who are still going to be here.
Brad, one of the things too is your ability to just distribute the ball. There hasn't been like any one certain guy, all season long. I mean, do you like just kind of having all those options and how much, film study? I think Larry talked about how much film study you do to kind of help you develop that chemistry with so many of the different guys. What are your thoughts on just the way you've been able to distribute the ball this year and get it to so many different guys?
Yeah, just important. It's an important part of any offense. Just making it so they can't keep one guy. Just not let Coach Coley always says don't let the ball stick. Just making sure I spread it around, and some offenses guys will get greedy and just try and take shots on the field or say, hey, I like this guy, I'm just gonna take a shot downfield even though he's covered or double covered, or it's just stuff like that. Or Coach Coley always says, hey, completions rule. Don't worry about the deep shot downfield. If it's there, take it. But if not, why not check it down to the running back or check it down to someone Braxton on a under route or to your tight end, stuff like that. Just spreading the ball around, because eventually when you do spread the ball around, big plays will come.
Is there someone you wish you could have gotten the ball more to this year, but you just ran out of plays? Basically, only a certain amount of plays per game.
I don't really think there's any one person in particular. I mean, so many guys who caught passes this year.
Yeah.
There's no one really saying, hey, get me the ball. I mean, they're all kind of unselfish. Yeah, at this point, no one's really worried about stats. We're just worried about finishing strong for Coach Scott, honestly.
I was going to say, how much easier does that make life when your receivers are understanding and they're not getting in your face and they're not being greedy and things like that?
Yeah.
How much easier does that make it for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I always tell them, hey, if you're open, you're open. I'm gonna throw it to you. I'll find you. You don't gotta put your hand up or anything. So, yeah, I mean, they all understand that and they're all on the same page. And I don't really have to strain to get anyone the ball as a quarterback.
How excited is Badge to kick in the cold weather and possibly make like a 60-yarder?
I'm sure real excited. I mean, he always tells me he just wants to kick PATs, point afters. So I'm sure he's really excited. So hopefully he'll get some opportunities this game and help out his Groza resume. So we'll see.
Do you think the idea that you guys have not splintered this year at the end of the season and that you've stuck together and that you are super close has helped at all in the actual playing of the games?
Yeah, no doubt. You can really see it. I mean, throughout all the stuff that we've been through. I think it's even given us more motivation. Even though we were, we got blown up by Clemson, lost our coach. Had a few setbacks off the field. Through all that, I think it's just given us more motivation. Even though we've taken some tough losses, this is a team who's just going to keep fighting for each other. We're not really worried about what the record says or what all the outside world says. I mean, we're just playing for each other and playing for our coaches and for each other's futures. So, I think it shows in our play. I'm sure other people do too. So we just gotta keep playing like that these last two games. So
that has to be very rewarding, right? As
yeah,
a player?
no doubt. I feel like after the Clemson game, a lot of people just sold us out. I got knocked out. Coach had to leave, and a lot of people just sold us out. But I feel like at this point in the season, either way, we're finishing with a winning record, and you know, I think it just speaks volumes for where we've come and you know what the future. I mean, what the future has you know in stock for us. So, yeah.
Last question.
Last question.
All right.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All righty.